does.
Awesome. All right, you guys, welcome to the buyer workshop. This is week 1. I am breaking this down into 4 weeks because there's a lot of content and a lot of thinking that you need to go home and do, and a lot of homework for each week. And each week is going to build upon the first. So hopefully, if you're watching this live or you're watching the recording, hopefully you have the time and can get the work done so that the next week you are caught up. So with that being said, this is a buyer workshop. I've done it before a few times, but I want to tell you first what each week is going to cover. And I know I had said that in the description, but I want to give you an idea because I don't want you to walk away from today and think, well, I didn't get anything out of that, but you might get something out of week 2, 3, or 4. So this is about marketing. This week today is about how do I get a buyer? And I'm going to give you some great ideas, some homework, and that's what this week is about. Week 2 is about I got a buyer, now what? And so next week, we're going to be talking about the buyer appointment, having that conversation with the buyer, getting your buyer packet and presentation all together, the pre-approval process, how to have that conversation with that buyer, the process and what everything that's involved in it. And then setting your buyer up on a search in the MLS and in Lofty, setting them up on alerts. So that's going to be the action-packed week 2. Week 3, we're going to dig into the offer. We're going to talk about zip forms and setting up templates. We're going to talk about at Epique where to submit this stuff. We're going to talk about writing the offer, the contract to close, everything that has to do with that, the title company, a checklist, inspections, all of that stuff. Then week 4, we're going to talk about pre-closing. How do you prepare for closing so that you have a smooth closing, and what does that look like? And then we're going to talk about adding them to your VIP database, and we're going to walk away with an action plan for the year for your VIP database so that you know. And several of you are going to Elisa's Sphere database class, and it's phenomenal. Everything she teaches is exactly what I've done over the years for my real estate business and how I created my VIP database. So that's it. So that's the 4 weeks. So you see why I don't want to put all of that into 1 week. Like that would be overwhelming. So for now, I'm going to share my screen and I'm just going to start talking. So do you guys have any questions or thoughts or anything to share? Let me see. I see chat. Camera isn't working. No worries, Jessica. As long as you could hear. Yeah, snow on Monday. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees on Monday. High is like 36, I think, on Monday, and we're supposed to get 1 inch of snow, my husband said this morning. So I don't like snow. I don't like cold. I'll be staying in my house. So if you have any questions during this presentation, just either raise your hand or put them in the chat, get my attention. Anyway, it's not formal. So I am recording it. I will put it on YouTube, but it's not formal. So, okay. So I'm going to share my screen now. And if anybody else joins and you guys happen to notice and I don't, please let me know. So this is just a little presentation that I put together for us, and I'm going to add to it as we go. And then I'm also going to be opening up other screens to show you different things. So real estate workshop, working with buyers. I remember when I first started doing real estate, like I did not want to do listings at all. I loved working with buyers. To this day, I still prefer working with buyers. They take more time, but if you if you like working with buyers, like I love the whole process. I love the whole story, getting to know them. I don't do that anymore, but I did it for almost 20 years. So, or 15 years. And look, I already have a typo in my very first slide. So, like they say, this is a saying, if you do enough marketing, you won't have to do sales. So you get your real estate license and you're like, okay, now what do I do? Like you have a small business and your small business is a real estate business. And so what do? You got this real estate business, but a lot of agents don't really know or think about what that looks like. So that's why we're going to start with the buyers, and I'm going to walk you through how to get buyers, how to work with buyers, how to do all those things that we just talked about. And then we're going to do a seller workshop in March. So I'm going to take a month off, and then we're going to do one in March for sellers. And I would love to get together at the end for just like a meetup at a house like I was going to do back in November. So I'll probably schedule that in February to do the buyer like open house kind of thing. So just so you know, that's all coming. So marketing, it's all about marketing. This is the piece that nobody ever explained to me. And I never got it, that, real estate sales is marketing. That's why you see so many different agents on social media, so many agents doing these different things. But what does that mean? Like, how do you know what to market? Hi, Rachel, Tiffany, Maria. Did I say hi to everybody? I don't know if I did or not.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. All right. So buyers come from four places. I call these funnels, and I talk about this all the time in my other class that we do on Tuesdays at 1, and we're doing today. I'll tell you more about that at the end, but they're called funnels. So you have lead generation funnels, and each one of those funnels has a top and then a bottom. And those buyers come into your funnel through whatever source you put out there into the world, and then they work their way through your funnel. They may be ready to buy a house now, but most likely they're not going to be ready to buy for a while. Like, they say that buyers start looking at homes 6 months to a year before they actually pull the trigger and purchase a home. So you've got to start by thinking of your job as filling that funnel, filling your pipeline. And that's where Lofty comes in handy. If you use it right, then you'll always be in touch and you'll always be closing deals, because you're going to remember rather than lose sight of what these people were doing. So that's all where the marketing comes into play. So let's talk about these four places where buyers come from. So my favorite is people people that already know you, trust you, love you, and also known as referrals. So either they're going to use you themselves or they're going to refer their friends and family to you. This is why I am so big on working on that VIP spreadsheet, is because collecting that data, getting those people on there, and then marketing to them in a way where you're not salesy, where you're sending them a newsletter or a weekly video, or you're sending them a send out card, or you're adding them to HomeBot. Like I use HomeBot and I love HomeBot and I have the best interaction in HomeBot. So all these people, whenever they're ready to buy or sell, or they have a friend or a family member, like they know me because I've been sending them stuff for years, ever since I added them to that VIP spreadsheet. I'm going to give you guys a blank one to fill out and get started if you don't already have one. Okay, so, and I'm going to be fast forwarding through this too, because referrals and VIP, I meant to say all of that as I fast forwarded it to this spreadsheet or this slide, but I forgot. So next we're going to talk about, I think, offers you create. So offers you create, this is the marketing piece that I only recently in the past several years put together. So offers that you create are lead capture pieces, marketing pieces. So let's just pick a funnel. Let's just say your funnel is going to be relocation. If you're going to get into relocation for your area, I love the idea of relocation because it's going to give you so much content. You could go do a video every week and market it out to on social media. And then you could create a guide, a relocation guide, and you can put it in a landing page, connect it to Lofty so that whenever you share information on social media, those people click on it and it makes them put in their information before they get the guide. And so Lofty gets set up so that it captures their information and then it sends them, puts them on a campaign for relocation, and it sends them a PDF to their email talking about whatever your city is. Austin, Texas, New Braunfels, Texas, Seguin, wherever you're at, you get to create that. And using AI, you could literally have an amazing relocation guide done within a day. And I'm going to show you on Canva and Etsy at the end of this more on that. We're going to talk more about that. So where do I create it? We're going to talk about that more. And what do you do with it? You do posting, you do ads, you schedule things. So this is where I'm actually I want to go over this more and get out of that. And I want to go into Canva. So you can create just a PDF guide in Canva for relocation. This is where you have to get creative. Like this is where real estate agents are entrepreneurs and you're a designer. Like you get to create your marketing pieces. There's all kinds of different things that you could do in Canva, but you could create a design. And I just learned this the other day. You could create a website on Canva and that could be your relocation guide. And then you use that link out there and share it everywhere. But still, I would still put a link to a PDF because you want to capture their information. You don't want to ever just go throw information on social media without having a lead capture, because people will just be like, oh, cool, and scroll right on past it and not get brought into your world. Lofty is how you communicate ongoing with all of these people. So just to give you some ideas, Canva is where you could create it, but you could also just do a PDF document in here. You could do a PDF, a workbook. Let's see, what do they call it? Well, you could do a slideshow and you could save it as a PDF. You could do all kinds of designs in here, whatever you want. I have guides in here already that I have downloaded from different things. Listings to leads is a great source of guides that you can then customize. Etsy has some great pieces too. So let's see what Etsy comes up with for a relocation guide. You could even ask AI, like, where's the best place to create a relocation guide? But look at this. These are awesome. There's so many super cheap things in Etsy, and then you just buy it. They send you the download and you go in and you customize it. I love Etsy. Just to give you some ideas. I'm not here today to show you how to create these. I'm here to show you how this is your homework. This is part of your homework, is to figure out what is your offer that you want to put out there. So let's go back into Canva, into my Canva that I was just in. Oh, wait, here. And that's what I'm talking about by an offer. An offer, you get to decide. It could be a for sale by owner if you're doing listings. It could be a relocation guide. It could be a military guide, how to buy a home using a VA loan for 0 down. You've got to figure out, and then you've got to research, and you got to know that that's what you want to be one of your funnels. So, so that's what offers are, and that's huge. So you're working your VIP spreadsheet, you're creating offers and putting them out there, and you could even do a weekly email in Lofty to your VIP database. I have my entire sphere in Lofty, and I could send them all an email. I don't like Lofty though for that purpose. I would rather do emails in a different system because I've heard that Lofty is not a good program for sending bulk emails. And I've learned a lot about that over the last year. So anyway, okay, let's keep going. Let's go to purchase them. So what do I mean by that? These are, I'm not gonna make it big, you guys. It's just easier for me to work from here. Purchase leads. So Zillow, Realtor.com, or pay at closing lead sources. Like there's a couple like home source or dang it, I can't think of the name of it right now. There's several though, and I actually have a picture that I'll share in the groups that you guys can all go up and sign up for each one of those. And I'll share that with you later in the group. But these are all leads that basically you're paying somebody else to do the marketing for you. Like that slide says, marketing, if you do enough marketing, you won't have to do sales. So you have to pick though. These buyers are out there, but you're just not getting in front of them. So you got to figure out, do you want to pay somebody to get in front of them? Do you want to create an offer and be creative and send things out like that? Or the last choice is cold calling. That's another one. I'm sure there's other ways too. These are just the top four that I could think of that I'm trying to give you guys an idea of building your funnel from the top to the end. So cold calling is where you just pick up the phone and start calling people and you use a list. So you could do circle prospecting around a listing to seek buyers. So that's called circle prospecting. So if there's a listing in New Braunfels, let's say you're in New Braunfels and you want to market for buyers in New Braunfels, you would purchase a list from either a title company or someone of a neighborhood. There's lots of different list sources out there as well. If anyone's interested in that, remind me after the call and we'll do a one-on-one call and go more deeper into this. It's really not our favorite way to do real estate is cold calling. I don't like cold calling, but I got a really good listing one year for $600,000 by picking up the phone and actually calling around one of my listings. And now she got her real estate license and is about to join me. So it does work. It's just not my favorite way to do it, but it's a good option. So these are the four different things that you got to figure out what is going to work for you. And after you figure that out, that's when you got to sit down and make your plan. You've got to detail your list out step by step. And that's number two. So this is your homework. Choose your source. Like, what is your funnel going to be? Are you, of all the things that I said, pick one. Let's just do one through this workshop. Is it going to be your VIP? I think that's a great one right now for you all to be working on because we're doing that class. And I think you're all in it. Rachel, Tiffany, Maria, Jessica, like you're all in it. So class number 2 is this Thursday. And Elise has been teaching this stuff forever. And she's like, got 3 months worth of classes just for your VIP database. So there's a whole lot to each one of these steps. But I hope that you guys are getting the idea that marketing is how you get them. So after you figure out what you're going to do and you make your plan, you have to time block these activities in your planner or they're never going to happen. I always have my planner by my side and I work from it all the time. I use it for everything. All my thoughts go in there because I'll forget them. If I have a good idea, it goes on a note in my phone, but then from there, I'll transfer it and work on it and get creative. That's why I get up so early every morning is because that's when I'm the most creative and I think of the things I need to do to go along with that. This whole buyer class, I created it. I didn't copy this from anyone. I had to sit down and come up with a way to share my thoughts with you guys. So this is exactly what you need to do is sit down and figure out how to share your thoughts with the world to get your buyers. And you don't need a lot. You need a couple of months to have a good income and a good business. A couple closings a month is life-changing. But you have to be the one to do the work. And so that's what this all is. So then more homework for you is to make sure that you get your Lofty account set up. Make sure you know how to create a campaign in it. If you're not sure, join me every Monday at 11 Central. I'm doing a Lofty call for all of Epique. So that's ongoing. And it is not a how to do it. It is a strategy session. It's really more about strategy, like what are agents doing in Lofty that's working? If you need to set your Lofty up, I will share with you right now the new Lofty website help site. And every day they have all of these different training classes going on. You have to register for each one, and then you have to go to it because they're not recording them. And so you can, but they're every day. So getting started, they have a class every single day. Smart plans, they have twice a week, I think, right there. Smart plans. They spread them out. So it's a great platform, and you have somebody right there to help you, but you could just start with the getting started. It is, well, tomorrow there's a getting started at 11 o'clock. And then there's another one on Thursday and another one on Friday. I love that they have just rotated these all around. And so to get your Lofty account set up, because no matter what you're doing with all of these marketing pieces, your number one goal is to lead them into your Lofty account. And so you got to know how to do that. And this is how you learn how to do that. And then you market them, you run them through the funnel using smart plans, making calls to them and sending them items of value. You could just send them a blog post. You could do a blog post and you could email that once a week. That could be your goal. My goal right now is to send my entire database one video email per week with a quick little update on something. Either if I send it to buyers, then it's going to be some kind of an update on what's going on with the interest rates at the time. And all of that, you just get to create your video. And that's a whole nother subject. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, this is all Lofty. So I'm going to copy this page and put this in the chat for those of you who don't have your Lofty account set up. Please, that is key. I do not know a single agent that is one of the top producers, meaning one of the 20% of the agents that do 80% of the business anywhere, who does not use their CRM every single day. So if you want to be that agent, you have to treat your CRM like it is your business. It is your storefront. It is everything that you do, and that's where you start. So let's go back to my little handy dandy thing here and go back to, okay, so time block, get your work on your Lofty, get your VIP spreadsheet set up. If you don't have your VIP list uploaded into your Lofty account, that's where you need to start. So if you're going to the class tomorrow, then you should have a VIP spreadsheet, either using what Elisa shared with us or using my VIP spreadsheet that I've shared with you guys for years. So if you don't have that, you need a copy of that, just reach out to me and I will share a blank copy with you. Or I'll put it right now. If anybody needs one, raise your hand and I'll put it in the chat.
Just so everybody knows, Elisa works at TNT. She's offering these things for us. This amazing stuff. No other title rep offers these kinds of things. She's offering this for an exchange, us using TNT as our preferred title company if possible. So just keep that in mind. She's amazing. She has so much more to give you guys on business development as well. So keep that part in mind.
And everybody here has been to her class, whether it was online, Rachel, or in person. So I know Perfect. A bunch of us are coming from New Braunfels Thursday this week to go to class number 2. And I know, every once in a while we do business in Austin. And I think she said the other day she could do deals here. So
Yeah.
I want to give her business as well.
She will make it
Okay,
happen. She's amazing.
blank, let me grab this. Blank master full VIP. Here it is. Nope. I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna have to go to my Facebook group real quick and grab this. Oh wait, no, you know what? Hold on. Where is my link tree? Here it is. I'm looking for link tree because I don't know. My Google Drive is a mess. So I'm gonna log in here and share this one with you guys. Share. Copy. Okay, this I'm gonna open it too here in a sec, but okay. So this is my link tree. And this is where this is the blank VIP database copy. So the third thing down is the VIP blank one. So you could grab this, and when you open it like this, all you do is click on file and make a copy. See, it says make a copy. So know that you've got to open it and then click on file. Still downloading. Make a copy, and when you do that, just name it your like Jessica's VIP database. Make a copy and then it's yours. Boom. Then just start collecting names. You guys go through everybody that you know. Just add them to this. That doesn't mean you have to call them right now. It doesn't mean anything at all. It means add them to the list, and that's it. Don't overthink it. Don't think, oh, I don't want to put them on the list because I would never market to them. Do not think about that. Everybody you know personally should be on this VIP list if you don't have anybody to start with. And then later, this will evolve. So you may think that you have no one. When I first started my VIP database list, I had like 5 people on it. I moved here from California and I knew nobody. I didn't even know where my real estate office was really. But now look at my list now. It has evolved over the years, and now I have all these people on it, and I even have people that I have not even met that my team works. I have my VIP and I have our past clients tab. And so I have like all these people, but I used to have no one. So it can be done, but you have to start. I remember looking at it thinking, God, I only have like 5 people on here, but I started making it my daily purpose to add people to it. And that's all you got to do. Some other tools that are on this for you is if you don't know about my weekly group coaching call that Angela and I are doing, it's turning out to be great this year. We are really helping you guys build a great abundance business plan. And so here is that blank plan. This will take you to the recording or the new one where I talk about building that plan. I use send out cards. There's the link to it. Listings to leads. Like I said, you could go check this out. If you go through here, you get a 21-day free trial. And you could go in and download any of those PDFs in that 21 days. You could download them all to Canva and boom, there you go. And so, and if you did it already and you didn't download those PDFs, like I have them in Canva and I can share them with you, but just know that they're there. My favorite planner, here's the link. I use it every day. It has space to work on your goals and think in it. And then those are all just more social links. So I have all of that I help with every week that you could go to. That's your homework. And then next week, we're going to talk about, for those of you who showed up late, I want to talk about the other weeks real quick, just a quick overview. So today was all about marketing. How do you get the buyers? Week 2 is about, I got a buyer, but now what do I do? That's going to be geared a lot for newer agents. So if you've been doing this for a while, I'm sure I'll have some stuff in there that you won't know, and it will make your life easier, but still, we're going to talk about how to do the buyer appointment, how to create your buyer packet, going over the pre-approval process to make sure your clients are approved. And then we're going to talk about the process of contract to close. And we're going to talk about getting your buyers set up in Lofty or in the MLS on a search so that you could send them contracts. I'm also going to pair agents up so that you guys could work together to practice on each other, so that you can go in and create an account using one of the other agents' lead capture offers, or going to their website and setting yourself up as a client. So we're going to partner you guys off for your homework for next week. That's going to be fun, and give you real life experience. You guys, Josh is calling me right now. I told him I needed to cancel this appointment. Hold on, I have to tell him really quick. I'm gonna pause recording. Hey, Josh. I messaged you. I canceled. I messaged you. I canceled it. I couldn't get it to cancel in the thing, and so